Three, two, one.
What's up, y'all? So we back this week, Saint and Son, episode 14. This week we're at Yellow Branch Falls. The falls showcase a 50-foot vertical drop that fans out in a broad clamshell-like formation with dozens of tiny little waterfalls spilling over the jagged ledges. It's especially striking after a rainfall. The water transforms the lens into a vibrant, multi-trickling cascade. The trail is approximately 3.3 miles round trip with an out and back path rated moderate, probably a 4 out of 10. This trail is a little tricky, so I would say if you have challenges in regards to maybe wheelchair or something like that, I would say this trail wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, you can do what you want, but I would something like that I wouldn't recommend. It begins from the Yellow Branch picnic area on South Carolina 28, roughly 6.8 miles west of Walhalla. The first 0.2 miles follow an easy nature loop. Then the Mark Falls Trail, about 1.3 miles through hardwood forest, creek crosses, and a moderate descent. The trail skirts steep ravines, cross creeks, and becomes steeper near the falls. With wet leaves, logs, and slick conditions underfoot, sturdy footwear is recommended. And that's an understatement. You guys need to have on some sturdy footwear. Don't go out there with no sandals or nothing on. This is best visited in the winter and spring or shortly after a rain. Otherwise, the falls may reduce to a trickle. In the winter, bare trees open up, nice views toward Walhalla and the valley. It's considered easy enough for family outings. It's 1.3 miles one way with a fun finale at the base where kids can splash. No formal swimming hole, but it's ideal for wading. There's a large rock across the creek offering a different perspective of the falls. The clamshell shape makes it difficult to capture fully in one shot, so panoramic photos are recommended. For adventure seekers, there's an unmaintained side trail to Loras Falls, a 35-foot cascade. It adds 1.1 miles round trip, requires bushwhacking, and is also suited for experienced hikers. The trails and parking are free. Amenities include picnic tables and restrooms at the picnic area, but there's no potable water. The trail is located within Sumter National Forest on the Andrew Pickens Ranger District. It's easily paired with other Walhalla attractions like Issaquena Falls, Stump House Tunnel, and scenic drives through the upstate. All right, guys, so we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna let y'all get into the hike, listen to these sounds of nature, listen to a little bit of conversation. So we're gonna get on into it. Y'all enjoy yourself and see you at the end of this trail. Right. So last night we talked about what we was talking about workplace injuries, and then we got into animals. So I got into that backstory, and I remember saying, I had that broke forearm at that time, but I never did get into how I had that broke forearm. So I was working at this place called Innovative Fibers. What Innovative Fibers was, they would take recycled plastic and they would, I guess, like grind it all the way down and melt it all the way down. And then they would take that plastic and run it through a draw machine. And what it would do would, it would make very, very, very tiny fibers that people use to, that's what they use to put in stuffed animals, things like car seats, headrests, and things like that. Okay. So I worked on a machine called the draw. It's like a draw press, a draw machine. And what it would do is when it melt all the plastic down and these little bitty fibers come out, they would come from up top. And these guys up top would feed this stuff in, and it would come down and it would drop down through the ceiling to my draw machine. And my draw machine would do is just take all these little fibers and it would run it down through the machine. And what it would do is once the little fibers hit the machine had these huge metal rollers that would pull all these little fibers through and stretch them. And this machine had to be, it was a very long machine. And once it drops down from out of the ceiling, go to the draw press would stretch this material out. So the thing about the draw press is, if you're not careful, which will happen multiple times, that your people's hands then got caught in that draw press while it was running very fast, and I'll get into what happened to those people. But what happened to me at the time was the draw press was in idle. It was moving very slow because it was kind of like we were just starting it up and warming it up and everything. So it was running very slow. So what I did was, as a matter of fact, let's do this. I'm gonna, hold on for a minute. Wow. So this machine was idling. Let me get back to my story because I was gonna let you hold the camera while I kind of show you exactly how things were. So I tell you what, when I cross this, I'm gonna get back to the story. I'm gonna let Be Easy hold the camera while I'm telling this story, guys. Back to the story. So we was in idle mode, just warming the machine up. Now, mind you, these big metal rollers, they were about probably like that. And the strings would drop down out of the ceiling, go through the machine, over one roller, it'll come down in a hot bath of water, about a little over 90 degrees water. It'll go in that bath of water, come back up over another roller, go back down in another bath of hot water. So the machine's idling at the time. So I got on the glove and I see the strings starting to cross. So I go to pull the strings and untangle them, but the tip of my glove gets caught in the string. And so now it's pulling my hand up, but slow. I can't reach the stop button. So it's pulling it up real slow, and to get to the point where I'm right at the roller's right here, my hand's right here, and it's coming up slow, and I don't have time to get somebody over there because the roller's right here, my hand's right here, I don't got a stop button. And I'm yanking, trying to get it out, and I couldn't. So what I had to do was ride it out and go over that roller, and once it went over that roller, it would loosen up and I can pull my hand out. So I had to ride it out over that roller, and it was going up very slow. And once it reached the top, it got to the top, and then it snapped my forearm. And once it snapped my forearm, it just came down real slow. And when it was coming down slow, I was able to take my arm out. That's how I broke my forearm. Now, there you go. That's right. So after that shit snapped, I didn't want to tell anybody what had happened on the job right then. So I was going to kind of work anyway, and I stayed there. I know I stayed there for another hour. And I couldn't do it, man, because my arm kept slipping out of place. I would put it in place, but it was just snapped. It was broke. So when I move a certain way, it'd just fall back out of place. The two bones. Hold this for me. The two bones, they just disconnect again and fall out of place. So I eventually had to tell them what I did. And had to go take a drug test. And this happened this is about 8 years ago. 8, 9 years ago. Had to go take a drug test. They hit me with a hair test. I failed because I had been smoking weed. Ooh, let's get this. I failed because my ass had been smoking weed. Failed my drug test. After I failed my drug test and the results came back, they hadn't even put a cast on my arm yet. They hadn't wrapped my shit up with some wrap and put like a hard plate on it. I was supposed to go back for my cast. After that shit came back and I failed my drug test, these motherfuckers, everybody dropped me. Which is crazy because I had been paying insurance for ain't no telling how long, but everybody had dropped me. And so I had to go 4 months, excuse me. Yep. Had to go 4 months with that broke arm. No work, couldn't find work anywhere. Like, hell, my arm was broke, wasn't nobody fucking with me. So that was a rough 4 months. But that is how I broke my arm. And actually it was a little longer than 4 months. But like I said, it was a little rough, but it was what it was. We made it through that rough patch. Yep. And it is what it is. There's another workplace injury for y'all that I couldn't get to last night, and that was the reason why I was trying to catch a motherfucking bat with one hand and the other arm was broke. I broke it in the draw machine.
I like the little walkways though.
Yeah.
I never seen the split. I don't even think we came up on the split. I don't even think we came up on that split as we seen on the map.
That's crazy. Whoo.
We was just up there.
That's crazy. Speaking of exotic animals, then you had like another animal or something. You was telling the story about the snake. Then you had like a, what was it, gecko or something like that?
Oh yeah, a leopard gecko. I took care of that for about like a year or two,
Uh-huh.
and I think it ended up getting sick or something. Ended up going away. But I ain't have it for that long too much. But it was a pretty cool gecko. I ain't never had no gecko like that.
Uh-huh.
I think it was pink and yellow was the pattern on it. It was a crazy pattern. And I think it was a girl.
Mm.
I seen a boy one. It was I think it was like blue and yellow or something like that.
So it was blue and yellow.
Yeah. I was trying to get that one, and I was gonna breed them, but it was too late.
Okay.
Hey,
How y'all doing? Yeah. So when you was staying out there in Canoga and stuff like that, you ain't never running like no bobcats or nothing like that, nothing crazy or dangerous other than a snake?
I mean, other than that,
Black bears.
yeah, I ran into some black bears and stuff like that. But it wasn't really nothing too serious as far as like, I mean, black bears is black bears. They ain't really, they really harmless if you think about it, because they more scared of you than you scared of them, type of thing. And I think I came across a pack of coyotes. Woo. That's about it, really. I don't know, but one time I thought I came across a wolf, but I think it was just a coyote.
Big ass coyote.
Yeah. Yeah. I came across some a couple of different snakes, all types of different snakes.
So how long did you, when you was going out, let's say you do your excursions, those camping trips, how long was you staying out there at a time? Like what's the longest you stayed out there?
Really, I didn't go by myself. It was always probably mostly like with a group.
Okay.
You know, I have to take out a group, and it'd be like be about a week. About almost a
What
week.
y'all eat?
Hmm?
What y'all eat?
You know, it's a cookout almost.
Oh, y'all brought stuff. Y'all had brought enough food for a week for multiple people?
Yeah.
Damn.
You got to think as far as like rational wise and what you can carry versus what you like to eat. So it's like you got to think about how much you can carry, what you can carry, and if you can carry it, type thing. Because you got to bring enough water to last at least about half of the week. Because you're gonna have to use get some drops, some solution drops for your water, and you gotta drop like 3 drops of them and leave it for like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
Let it sit so it all kill what's in that water, whatever you picked up from the creek water or something like that. But we had a good bit of food, so we had over the amount of food that we were supposed to have half of the time. But it's mostly just, you know, trail food type thing, stuff like that. Dehydrated stuff, a lot of dehydrated stuff.
Okay. All right. Said waterfall got 2 miles the other way.
Dang, bro. It's just full of just roto.
Okay, I hear something there.
Huh? Yeah, I hear some.
It's running.
Hmm?
I say, yeah, I hear it now. It's running. Probably some more burn control. All of that stuff on the side right there. Hey, how y'all doing?
A lot of trees, man.
Mm-hmm. All right. You say what? I got you. Damn. I wanted that water come down through here. Look at this shit. I'm putting my wide angle lens on right here. Getting all these curves and these trees and shit. Yeah, let's go. That's it right there. Made me feel like Indiana Jones, man. Like treasure hunters.
Strapping the wood would probably be probably the quickest water resource for you to get because it's filtered. Look at all this moss.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going down and straining through. I wish I had like a testing. I want to see how the pH is on this water, how clean it is. I bet it's like one of the cleanest water right here that you can get. Yeah, I think that's used to be a little trail right here.
Mm.
Walk down right here. I think this is the end of it.
Yeah.
It's like we can tell we're going higher and higher. That's why I'm starting to hang out. It might be actually green.
One important thing, make sure y'all got on some good shoes, man, when y'all hitting this trail. You got a lot of roots throughout the trail that's on the trail, and that's a long duration of the trail. Come back through here, I stumped my damn toe on one of these roots wearing sandals, so make sure y'all got on some good shoes, man. And another thing, man, that's another thing, man, listen to your conscience. When I woke up this morning, some told me to cut my damn toenails before we left up out of here, and I didn't. I'm about to knock my damn toe off, my big toe at that. Whew, shit. Some told me to go ahead and clip them things. Toenails longer than a ride to Disney World. I'm sitting here running around with some damn sandals on them. Punt kick one of them roots. Oh yeah, this is nice.
Oh yeah.
You see some stuff?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh yeah. It's like a little what's the name over here? It's like a little I don't know.
Y'all
It's like
see
a
that?
little kiddie pool almost.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Man,
Oh shit! I'm out of here.
what's up?
Big ass spider clear on above my head.
All right, man, that's it for us. This was a good one. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the likes, shares, the subscriptions, and everything y'all doing for us, man. We're going to keep giving to y'all. Appreciate everything. Catch y'all on the next one. Stay up, because we out.